This is Mulemo Katleho Marohanye, famously known as Jubjub.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Mulemo Marahanye, the real Black G.
It's your boy
Jubjub was formally introduced to the nation on our television screens at the age of 10 when he appeared on an Ingomazi advert, and this was the rise of a child star. I mean no disrespect to anyone I talk about in this video. This video is strictly for educational or entertainment purposes. Everything I'm about to say is just information that I have found on the internet and compiled it into one video. 1991, The Rise. At the age of 14, Mulemo would go on to shoot yet another advert with one of the most consumed soft drink brands, Coca-Cola, which featured the legendary soccer star, Dr. Khumalo. The success of this soft drink commercial would lead to yet another version the following year, where Dr. Khumalo was yet again featured alongside other football stars such as Fanny Madida, Tebogo Moloi, Shane McGregor, Sizwe Mutawong, and Gora Ibrahim. This commercial would lead to Mulemo winning an award and a place in one of the most prestige and exceptionally difficult high schools to get into, LaGuardia High School Performing Arts, based in New York City in the United States of America. If you're old enough, you'd know that this high school was the one in the TV drama called Fame that had everything to do with the performing arts industry. Mulemo spent 5 years in USA and would come back to his homeland just when South Africa's necessary economic restructuring was in full swing. Another thing that was also in full swing was his career. Mulemo Marohanye, now famously known as Jubjub, would become a presenter on multiple TV shows such as Gem Alley, Channel O, and Selima Tunzi. During this time, Jubjub released his debut single, Good Time of Your Life, which was included in his first album named Rare Breed. He released his second album in 2007 called My Shine and his third album in 2009 called Fresh Air. In the same year of 2009, Jubjub started filming for the season 3 television show Survivor South Africa in Mozambique, which aired on the 20th of January 2010, the year of Jubjub's downfall. 2010, the downfall. On the 8th of March 2010, Jubjub, 29 years of age, and his friend Themba Shabalala, 26 years of age, decided on a drag race near a school in the narrow Mdlalose Street in Soweto while extremely high on heavy drugs. We say extremely high because none of the friends can precisely recall what specifically took place on the day of the event. It is said that one of the friends lost control while each racing in their own Mini Coopers, Jubjub having a lady passenger by the name of Tumelo Mokoka, and Themba being alone in his car. The two Mini Coopers went on to simultaneously hit a group of 6 schoolboys, with 4 of them losing their lives instantly and leaving the other 2 with brain damage. Mulemo Marohanye and Themba Shabalala walked out of the accident unscathed, which led to them to appear for a court hearing at Protea Magistrates Court on the 10th of March 2010, same week the accident occurred. The pair appeared yet again the following week on the 17th of March 2010, and this was the beginning of the timeline of the whole court case. The official trial date was set to commence in October 2010, and in May of 2011, multiple drugs were identified in the urine sample of Jubjub and co-accused Themba Shabalala. In the trial, we learn that when the post-mortems were conducted, all bodies had blood in the 3 ventricles of the brain, indicating that massive injuries to their brains were sustained. The pair sat in silence, facing the magistrate. Jubjub's biggest support system throughout the trial was South African singer and songwriter Kelly Khumalo, who was the one that had purchased the Mini Cooper for him. Molemo Marahanye and Themba Shabalala were found guilty on all charges, and on the 5th of December 2012, they were sentenced to 25 years of imprisonment. On the 7th of February 2014, an appeal was heard on their murder verdict, and the conviction was overturned to culpable homicide on the 8th of October 2014. This led to Molemo and Themba's sentence to be reduced to 10 years, 2 of which were suspended. The 4-year sentence for attempted murder and 1 year for driving under the influence of drugs were set aside. The two friends went on to serve another 2 years and were released on parole after serving 50% of their 8-year sentence. Both Molemo and Themba were released on the same day, which was on the 5th of January 2017. After their release, Jubjub appeared on multiple news broadcasting shows for interviews and asking for forgiveness. This would prove to be a start of Jubjub's comeback on our television screens and his yet again rise to fame. 2019, the comeback. On the 26th of May, 2019, Uyajola 99's first episode aired on our television screens on Moja Love Channel 157 on DSTV, a South African replica of Cheetahs. Jubjub secured a role as one of the hosts and won over many South African hearts. And this is how he claimed his spot back at the top yet again. In 2020, he released the Ndikokele remix, which featured Afro soul singer Nati, gospel heavyweights Rebecca Malope, Lebose Khobela, Benjamin Dube, and other artists like Mlindo the vocalist, Judith Sipuma, and Black Diamond. Of course, with everything he has went through and because of the type of content he produces, he is bound to have enemies and people that just want to bring him back down. That's why in August 2020, he tweeted a picture of a gunshot on one of his car windows at his home. It is suspected because of the job that he does, someone must have been targeting him. Though the mother of his child, Kelly Khumalo, accused him of physically abusing her and him being an absentee father while denying him access to their son, his career didn't take as big hits as when Amanda Du Pont accused him of taking her innocence when he allegedly raped her while they were in a relationship. Amanda came out with these accusations after Jubjub appeared on the podcast and Chill with Mac G.
I'd like to address things that were said about me by Molemo Marahanye, Jubjub on Mac G's show, as well as Mac G. Okay, so there's 3 things that I mainly want to address. The first was saying that he smashed me. First of all, Molemo, you raped me.
These accusations caused temporary suspension of Jubjub hosting Uyajola 99. But because he is the king of comebacks, his issues with Amanda Du Pont were resolved outside of court, and he was back on our television screens like he never left before. Now we see him climbing on top of cars, dancing and being celebrated by tons of South Africans while promoting his new single.